Let's take a break. 1 minute.
Yeah, I was not.
I will be whoa. I will be whoa. I don't see many things for this side. Nothing they surprise me again. If you dey throw bomb for that place there,
Linking up with Guyman was pretty straight up because obviously we all know from football, but I don't know Guyman specifically from football. But I know most of my guys who are like we are all affiliated, know each other. So I was already supposed to work with my Millennium, like come to his studio, vibe. And then Guyman, I already knew Guyman from one of my friends, Charles Ochi. So we linked up and was straight music from there.
Me and Lestri got to know through Manileni. He knew him from way back in school. They knew from the same lodge. And they even helped him to get FL installed for the first time in his laptop. And he has been like a brother to them. Me and Lenny, same department. After graduation, we got to meet here in Lagos, and we've always been talking. This Lestri guy, this producer guy, when is he going to come? And it took a while, but we got to see him, we got to meet, and the vibe was just, it was seamless. There was no struggle. Me and Lestri, it was just a smooth mix.
So yeah, like Guyman is my guy. I've known Guyman for a while. So my brother, basically. So we share common interests. So there's a lot of things that brings us together. We love football, both Chelsea fans. I think I was part of the people that converted him to like Chelsea. So yeah, we've always had this connection. Besides the music, like life generally, myself, Guyman, we've always had this connection. So it wasn't hard linking dots. He likes music, I like music. He had to just add up. So the link up was something else didn't happen.
First time I met Guyman was when it was actually at one of the events they were having in the neighborhood. So he was the one that was being celebrated that day. I met up with him, and then few days later we bump into each other again. And then he shows me his discography on Spotify, and I go and listen to his music, and I'm like, I like this sound. I don't know what it is, but I just like this sound. Guyman music. That's how we got to get to know each other from there.
Production process. I start with the drums for guiding the beat, because I feel like music is mostly percussive, like talking drums, guitars, conga, like African music is mostly percussive. So I use that as a focal point to make mostly Afro beats. The percussions are what drive the energy of this particular beat. So I use that, then had to go into a more rugged style, because Guyman is quite a rugged rapper. On the percussions, I went into the Afro swing or get it that comes with the way Guyman does his thing. So from there, I now added a subtle guitar. Skillashi said it's like crying. It's like the guitar is crying. So I put that in there too to sort of make it feel like rugged, but not so rugged. Rugged, but you can sing along to it. So from there, everything just started coming together. I played the beat for Guyman, and Guyman was like, yeah, this is good. But he also still like needed some other tweaks and he was lacking a bass guitar, because I feel like that I normally use 808s for my low end, 808s and maybe sometimes bass guitar, but like in this particular beat, he needed a bass guitar at the hook side, so we tweaked it, we did all that, and it was just coming nicely.
He knows his stuff like from end to end. He can produce, he can mix vocals, and he can as well master. Before we worked on the song, I had to play him a couple of my songs, and he was able to just, narrow it down to the kind of beats that I can really vibrate that he has. And he played a couple, about 2 to 3, before, he played a no stress beat. And it was just magic.
Record-wise, I've already heard some of Guyman's stuff in the past. He has already been releasing music now. So I've heard his songs. I know what he wants in like musically, his cadence, his verses, how he wants to sound. So record-wise, we've already established the tone that man uses. And so that was what he was able to help us choose the beats and choose how we approach song recording.
When he played the beat, okay, well, this one, night, and we picked it up from there, started penning immediately.
The session is not like your typical studio session. So just a random day. Me and my guys were playing ball. So after we finished playing, I checked my phone to see some of the texts that maybe has come in or maybe any missed call that came while I was playing ball. Then I see Guyman's text and it's like, yo, we're doing something in the studio today. And I'm like, okay, no, while I'm on my way. I come up to the studio. While the beat is going on, he doesn't know that I'm coming up with something in my head. So once he's done with his own verse, I hop on the part that is not yet being recorded on while he was doing his own verse. And then he's like, he hears it when I'm done. He's like, are you down? Can we record? Can we make this a song? And then that's how No Stress just came about.
Getting everybody was all, it's just the spirit. The spirit led me to get these two individuals because, so why he's my neighbor, he has always been curious, like, how do we do this? How is the session? How does it go? So I just wanted him to come be like a witness of, okay, bro, I'm recording. At least come see how it's done. Come see how me and the producer, we get to work and, the song comes out. He came, he did this thing. Skillashi has always been my guy. I just hit him up and I knew he could deliver. Like, I had no doubt. I knew once Skillashi comes and then says this, does this thing, it'll be classic. Yeah, that was, it took the spirit to get the team together, and I'm happy I believed.
I got to come on the song, like, the song was pretty much kind of made, so it just needed some kind of elements to just bring it to life, basically. So that was why I came in. So the patois part, yeah, I am versatile enough to speak in patois, you get this. So Guyman knows my onions and he just put me on, like, guy, come through, man. Go run this. You get no stress. And then I listened to the beat. Oh my God, it was banging. I heard the bars. Guyman, normal level now, OG, come through. I heard his bars, heard the production. So, like, it was on me, man. I just had to deliver. So, now Bagman's killer. I had to lash him.
Guyman's session is usually always chill. There's always food. There's always good music in the background anytime you're around. An artist is always there performing magic. And I'm glad I'm part of this community because it has inspired me too.
It was pretty fluid, everything was flowing, we all had a preconceived notion of what the song is supposed to sound like, where the song should go. Sawait is a friend of Otis, so he came on, did his thing, boosted him where he needed the encouragement, and he ended up sounding nice, just everything together. Skillashi being the final piece, because the song was ready. But it was like we already had an idea. So that idea now, we needed Skillashi on there to bring in that Jamaican vlogging patois style, lyrics, so we could deliver. So everything was like a trend, was from ground with us building.
I don't know, that guy is a magician. I don't know what he does and how he does it. It looks very simple, but yet it sounds so good. It has giving me the exposure I needed to be able to put out something. And I mean, I'm going to be working on something this summer, before or during my birthday. I don't know. I'm going to see how it goes. Let's see how it goes.
So yeah, no stress. And I think the projection of the song basically. So let's talk about what the song stands for. So yeah, the song is pretty much bringing out that energy. You get me, that vibe of the streets, like, you know, everybody's on the hustle and everything, but we still don't want that stress. So listen to the lyrics of the song, pretty much explaining the way the story evolves. Yeah, you have to grind, you have to push till the hustle clicks, basically. So yeah, you might not come from a silver spoon or something, but it doesn't stop you from hustling. So in the midst of the hustle, you still don't want too much stress. So no stress. So, yeah, I think it sells itself, basically.
I mean, it's different when you have all the resources, yet you still being like over demanding. You've hit the objective and then you're still trying to like build on top. It won't work. So I'll just say I believe we have a lot of potential. I just want us to utilize it to the max, because I mean we don't have a lot of resources, but I believe we can do something very, very wonderful from where we are. So I like to push that perception, to whoever I'm working with. I want you to also see the big picture, understand that you are quality and you can do this. Let's just work, keep an open mind, let's just work. Nobody's trying to be a perfectionist. I just believe that you can do great things. You can do great things. You're good, you're the best. From the level where you did, you fit really do something crazy. And that's my drive. I just believe we can produce quality with what we are exposed to. So there's no perfectionism in that. We just want to put out quality.
Big time step up, won't stop never. Bust them speaker, make them shiver. We deliver. Say, me a bad man Skillashi. See, check the scores with the lash.